Hi guys, I want to go over the work that you're going to do for this week. And I also want to point out that I'm going to offer 3 different Zooms this week. The links are right here. I will offer a Zoom at on Tuesday at 12, Wednesday at 12, and Friday at 1. If you have teachers that are, you have other teachers that you have to go to at those times and you need a time that's not one of those, just tell me. I'm happy to work with you. So back to this week, you're going to have 2 major assignments, which is going to be this quiz and this chart, but you need to get all the information from up here. So the quiz is going to be based on everything in this slideshow. So you're going to need to have the slideshow open while you take the quiz. It's intended to do it that way. If there's too many specific questions to have you go through the whole slideshow and then take the quiz. So I would recommend that when you're taking the quiz, you have your screen ideally like side by side if you can. So minimize it and kind of have it over here, and then have the slideshow on this side. And I'm not going to open up the questions, but like the answers to the first question are right here on this slide. And then the next one. So read through. There's sometimes when you're reading, there are videos. Watch the videos. So there's a bunch, maybe 6 or 7 questions that are out of this video. And then there's more information on this page. This is the simulation, and I talk over the simulation, so I want you to watch this video as I'm doing the simulation and I ask you questions. More just straight information from the page. Here's a virtual lab, and I want you to watch the video of me doing the virtual lab because I give you information and ask you questions. And then if you want to try the lab for yourself, the link is right there. And then here's the last page about facilitated diffusion and active transport. After you have completed the quiz, you are going to diagnose your athlete. So everybody will have been participating in a sport, and while they're participating in the sport, something happens to them. And what happens to them might be an injury from playing the sport, or they might have something like pneumonia or something it's an illness. So you have to open up your athlete's incident report from this page. You are not making up details. It's from this page. And then in order to narrow it down, open up this list of possibilities. Whatever your athlete has, it is on this list. So if you come up with something that's not on the list, you have not done it correctly. The list has everything is links on this list. So if you want to know what are the symptoms for those diagnoses, you can just click on the different terms here and they will link to pages which will give you some information. I also organize this by like if they have a head injury, look under nervous systems. If they have trouble breathing, look under respiratory. If they actually have an injury and break something or tear something or have pain in a shoulder or joint, look on skeletal muscular. If there's any information about urine or pain urinating, that would be your excretory system. The endocrine system, they would probably be mentioning a hormone or some sort of hormone balance in there. And then the circulatory system, something about blood. Okay, so those are kind of your hints. So you guys are going to open up these incident reports, and then you're going to click on this assignment and open up this chart. Now, so you guys are going to click here. I did a teacher example. So in the teacher example, I wrote up a whole thing for Maria Gonzalez, and I just want to show you really quickly how I would diagnose her. So I'm looking at this report, and I'm going to read the top part, which is a narrative of what happened to her. Okay, this is where I wrote in the final information. This right here, sorry, my computer's slow. This is the medical report. So it says that Maria was sluggish during her game. Her coach took her out. She was coughing. Her chest hurt. She had an upset stomach. She had chills. she went to the emergency room. It tells me down here I have an x-ray, and I can see in the x-ray that there's something right here. It's an infection. I can see over here, it tells me that the x-ray shows an infection. She's been sweating, her chest is tight, she has diarrhea, and she has a fever. So the fact that there's a chest x-ray, I would know that it's something to do with respiratory symptoms, and then I might be like, is it asthma or is it one of these other things? And I happen to know this would be pneumonia because the fever is like a hint that it's probably an illness versus just asthma or allergies. But then if I opened up the link for pneumonia, it would tell me that her symptoms are similar to what she has on there. My computer is slow, I'm going to skip that part. But then I'm going to fill out this chart, and this is what you guys are going to do for your player. So give them their name. This is coming right from where she is. This is her diagnosis of pneumonia. She has an infection. This part's really important. The reason why I think it's this diagnosis, I don't just say the symptoms match. I also say I ruled out something else. Like I ruled out asthma because she has a fever, and the X-ray shows an infection. And then the system would be respiratory, and the organ would be lungs. So going back over here, your 2 assignments that you completed this week are this quiz on cell homeostasis, and that's a 20-point quiz, and the assignment that's the athlete's diagnosis chart.